Could you start off by giving us a bit of background? What led to your obesity? Were there factors as you grew up, do you think, that led to this, the obesity that you're now dealing with so brilliantly?
Yes, well, you know, Sarah, I began using drugs, experimenting with drugs at the first time whenever I was about 6 years of age. By the time I was 13, I was heavily involved in drugs and alcohol, had a bad lifestyle. My father, of course, passed away whenever I was about 6 years of age. That was sort of traumatic to me. I had some physical abuse, verbal abuse, and sexual abuse in my life also as well that I'm pretty vocal about. And through going through all these things that I've had to go through and sort of find and determine which way, why I got this. And then, of course, on top of that, you know, food. You know, I gave up the drugs and alcohol when I was about between 20 and 21 years of age. And, of course, I didn't have good eating habits whenever I was a kid. And, of course, it was sort of a perfect storm, if you will. And then whenever I gave up drugs and alcohol, you know, you have to replace it with something. So guess what? You go to food. You go fast food. You know, I was a fast food junkie. You know, I played sports in high school. I excelled in sports, baseball, and football. You wouldn't know it. I was a 38 waist in high school. Started, you know, I was offensive, defensive tackle. I was a catcher for baseball. I was a great hitter. I was doing all that stuff, and then never thinking that it would catch up to me.
You must have been on some sort of a downward spiral, and that had to be with what you were eating. What were you eating in an average day?
Wow. Yeah, I was, like I said, a fast food junkie. I'd eat, you know, I wouldn't eat breakfast. That was the worst thing I would ever do. I'd wake up and then I wouldn't eat breakfast. I wouldn't eat my first meal till like 12 o'clock or 1 o'clock in the afternoon. And then you'd eat, you know, McDonald's. I'd go to McDonald's, eat a Big Mac, you know, value meal, then supersize it on top of that. And I was a soda fiend, Pepsi. I loved caloric drinks. Coffee. I would drink coffee. I wanted, you know, coffee with my sugar, you know, type thing. So I would, you know, eat like it was going out of style. And then late nights, you know what I'm saying, being, eating at 11 o'clock, 12 o'clock at night, and then going to bed and not sleeping with you. And it just started catching up to me. So, you know, eat fried chicken or, you know, processed foods. I mean, I would eat it like anything that was convenient, if you will.
And Sean,
I would just take it.
I've got to say to you, obviously, back in 2000, you developed lymphedema. That's the swelling of the body tissue. That led to cellulitis. You gained 7 stone in your legs, and over a period of 18 months, you'd gained 21 stone. And you knew that this was happening. You could see it all happening before you, and it wasn't just your lifestyle. It was obviously medical as well. But it wasn't until your 3rd child, Mackenzie, was born, that's when you realised you needed to change. And you have now become a bit of an internet sensation, Sean. I've got to say it, with your weight loss videos and your exercise videos. How did that come about?
Wow. Well, you know, each time my daughters, I love my daughters. My daughters have changed my life. You know, not that but let me say this real quick to answer that question, Rylan. Every person that's morbidly obese wants to lose weight. I mean, I wanted to lose weight. I've been on 1 million diets. I probably lost 1 million pounds and put it back on, if you will. And so what happened was my daughters were born. My first daughter, Madison, was born, and I seen that. That was like a reality check, if you will. I seen her being born into this world. My wife having her, that was something that fell in love with her. Then my second daughter, Olivia, was born. That was even more. Then on December 27th, and I was already working on my weight loss journey for about 5 years. And I gave up fast food 5 years ago, and I gave up soda 5 years ago. But I didn't have the science of what was going on. And then when my daughter, Olivia, was born, or Mackenzie, it was like the light came on.
That was it.
So what I did, it was like right in my face, and I couldn't but do something more about it is what happened.
What's your goal now?
Intrinsic motivation.
Sean, what's your goal? What's your main goal?
My main goal is, number one, I want to get healthy. I want to get down, first of all, to be about 200 pounds. That's my first goal. My other goal is I want to be there for my daughters. I want to walk them down the aisle when they're getting married. I don't want them, when I looked at my daughter Mackenzie, I looked at her, I said, I want her to have a memory of her dad that, you know, people say, well, what is your why? Do I live or do I die? My why is my daughter. So my ultimate goal, not thinking of it, that I put that first video out there in January, never thinking that it was going to get over 200,000 views. I did that to be accountable. And my main goal is to, number one, myself get healthy, and then also help other people that are hiding in the shadows of a morbid obesity.
That's what you're doing,
I've got to say, you've done that. I mean, we've seen the videos, and just for anyone that's watching this as well, we're going to put all the links to Sean's website and all his YouTube videos on our website as well, Sean. We've had so many people get in touch with us as well, Sean, saying how inspiring you are. Sean, I really wish we had more time, but unfortunately we have run out. But it's such a pleasure to speak to you. We're so glad that, one, you're doing well, two, that you're healthy, and three, your daughters and your wife must be very proud of you. And thank you so much for getting up so early to talk to us as well.
Thank you, Sean. A real inspiration.
Well, thank you, Rod, and thank you, Sarah. I'd love to be on again, and you follow me.
We'll follow you and we'll speak again, definitely. Thank you, Sean.